Gotta make a video response to this guy. The last one, I think, this Glenn guy. Really, an hour and 8 minutes of just fucking babble. I mean, I got through 15 minutes of it. I survived 15 minutes of it. Let me just play this little clip. This just pissed the fucking hell off on me.
Darwin presented us with these ideas, and it started making people crazy.
Listen to this shit. Let me go back a little.
Yeah, I understand how society evolves. It's only the evolution of society is based on, as you say, satisfying these sentient needs that we have. If we didn't exist, the sentient need, we wouldn't need the intelligence. So right, I'm on that. But those, this is the area of our psychic reality that I call the male Apollonian mode. It's not just something
well, you can call it whatever the hell you want. The male Apollonian mode is not rational, fucking useful English. It's jibber jabber jargon. I mean, I just made a video talking about how I'm just so sick of these people. You got to keep referencing all these other people, referencing all this jibber jabber. You're completely, I mean, in the 15 minutes I watched, it said sexual about 17, 18, 19 times. You think this is just about sex. You think human beings have sex to reproduce because they're all natally and they're still in the womb or some other kind of bullshit. It's not about what human psychology is, asshole. It's about what human beings understand logically. And I did start to take notes, and I was going to take your video seriously, but it is just crap. But one of the questions I asked in my comments here was, what logic do you use, okay, to excuse life when life makes it obvious to you to be ludicrous and absurd? When you sit on the street corner and you watch a car run over a 5-year-old or something, and they pull the kid's head off when they're trying to pull him out from under the car, some kind of bullshit, and it's just ludicrous. You're just looking at it and you're just saying, this is fucking ludicrous. What the fuck am I doing on this planet of the nuts? What logic do you use? You don't use logic to get out of that. You use some sort of bullshit, some sort of potato chip, some sort of fucking little piece of candy corn you stick in your fucking head and say that's what's going to make it worthwhile today. And that's the bullshit of this whole thing. This has nothing to do with rationality and logic. It all has to do with this psychobabble, and that's all the fuck you talked. Male, female, psychosexuality. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck does that have to do with 4 billion years of evolution? What does it have to do with the first organism acquiring sentience? What does it have to do with the fact that, yes, we're totally manipulated psychologically, but we're totally free intellectually. We're totally free intellectually. We can believe anything we want to, logically. The DNA can't control our intelligence, shithead. And we can intelligently call it ludicrous and admit the truth. But you people are going to keep running from that because you're afraid of the truth. And it's just that fucking simple. All this psychobabble bullshit. Fuck. So anyway, there's psychosexual everywhere. You're just wasting my time with this crap. Turning this all into some sort of man-woman thing. No, it's a fucking idea thing. It's about admitting the fucking truth. It's evolution, fucker. It's not God. It's not mysticism. It's not unicorns. It's not phantasmagorical ride through the yellow submarine universe star-spangled banner bullshit. It's a fucking goddamn DNA molecule acquired the capacity to replicate. In over 4 billion years, it made these bizarrely eccentric organisms that are basically just chasing their own fucking ass for no fucking point. It's gladiator wars, right? 4 billion years of gladiator war. Now, an intelligence falls upon that and says, well, what do we do with gladiator wars? I mean, is there really any fucking point in gladiator wars? No, there really isn't.
Those do, but it's going way back. We have these, there's the reality here. There's the reality here, and the reality is natal. And we are a result of this.
Well, whatever. The reality is natal. That doesn't, it is just nonsense. Like I said, our fucking, you might think you have your penis is bigger than your brain. You might think that you're completely owned by your biology. I know for a fact quite differently. I know I can have a logical idea and control my physical behavior. I know that every function in my body, I have complete control over it intellectually. All right, so this is just complete bullshit. There's nothing I ever have to do except take a piss and take a shit. And even that I can resist.
antenatal reality. We are one of its byproducts. But the Apollonian...
I mean, you fucking people, you know, I mean, I used the phrase a while back, bacteria with brains. You're not even fucking bacteria with brains. You're just fucking bacteria. That's all you can do is sit there and glorify your fucking physique and say, it's my body's telling me I must. Bull fucking shit. I mean, I never once in my life, I've never had a single erection in my life thinking about having a baby. Not one fucking erection ever in my entire life thinking about the prospect of creating a life form. It's just never come even close to giving me the tiniest bit of horny juice. So all this psycho babble certainly doesn't apply to me. And as I pointed out in my video, it doesn't apply to most human beings who are not nataling fucktard. So the point is this isn't some tiny minority of the human brain that's capable of this. Okay, all we have to do is fuck with these this small percentage of people who are creating the large percentage of the nataling. It's this tiny, small percentage that creates most, and a big, huge percentage creates least. That's the fucking fact here. So you're not talking from some sort of it can't be done perspective. You're the one in the can't be done perspective. You're the losing pocket, not the winning pocket.
Approach, which you seem, your approach seems to be 100% Apollonian. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Well, who the fuck cares?
These psychic, sexual
fuck
things
this shit
that you're not going to be able to resolve. You're going in circles.
I'm not doing any of that. So that's where I got pissed off. I'm not going in any fucking circles. I'm talking about the fucking truth. There's no fucking God. There's 4 billion years of evolution. It's a DNA molecule replicating, and we have a solid, rational, reasoning mind that was applicable to the circumstances, and it gave us a fucking advantage. We have this perfectly good sword of intelligence that we've acquired through fucking evolution, and you're taking that sword and you're shoving it up your goddamn ass, okay, instead of using it to fight the bullshit. All right? And the bullshit is the DNA agenda. The DNA has no brain. Why are you taking marching orders from a fucking DNA molecule? I'm supposed to respect that as an argument. I have to get into the psychobabbly, natally, psychosexual, nonsensical perception of reality. I mean, you even mentioned Professor Anton earlier. And this is a perfect example of the gobbledygook you fuckers keep spouting in your fucking Freud. You mentioned Freud. What's the... let me see if the cabin's here.
Inside your head, because you're not seeing this...
yeah, that's the part that pissed me off. I'm not seeing. Yeah, that's right. I'm not looking up my own ass for the truth.
The female Dionysian reality that's always with us. Again, this is Freud. This is why Freud's work was important.
No, whatever. You know what? If the fact is that Freud was probably an anti-natalist, okay? He died miserably, defeated, completely busted. I mean, probably his last little breath was, God, this is such fucking shit. All right, so let's not play games with what any of this fucking means. Freud talked about relations between human beings, not in a philosophical sense, but clearly in a psychological sense, clearly in an emotive sense. All right, and I'm sure I'm sure there's got to be a ton of quotes where Freud basically said human beings are goddamn cockroaches. All right, and they ought to use their fucking brain for a change. They ought to step above their biology once in a while and try to grow a brain. Or try to use a brain for something other than a fucking hammer, or for to bake their sushi. I mean, you're talking about all this natally sissy bullshit, and then you have the balls to sit there and talk about what it is to be a man. You're talking like a goddamn woman. So anyway, enough. Thank you very much. Whatever, believe whatever the fuck you want, but it's all a bunch of fucking goddamn unicorn piss. Drink up.